Hello everybody, this is Magiabella for the Biophilic Alternative. I'm your Sunday host, and today I was going to talk about will and its relationship to the tools and its relationship to magic somewhat. Do as thy will shall be the whole of the law. From the Book of the Law by Aleister Crowley. All the basic concepts of the Occultist form around the conception of will. For all things start with a thought. A thought is just a wish until it is forged by the fires of will. Without the ability to focus and harness will, the magical operations will flop or give inconsistent results. Looking at the tools, let's see how they're used to focus will. The magic room, or the temple, which is the occultist view of the magic room, represents the universe, and it shows all the potentials. All potentials is too much for a precise working, but within the space of the infinity, we are reminded that we are one with this infinity of potentials. We now move to build our circle, and our circle becomes a place to concentrate our will to perform the act of magic. It holds and represents the great cauldron, the womb from which all manifests. Within this womb, we are going to do the great work, the operation it needs the womb for. Protection, nourishment, for the growth of transformation, and the starting point of the birthing process. The altar inside this womb of creation is the foundation without which you cannot begin, for the circle will be barren. The tools laid on top of the altar and all needed supplies within it, for it is the phallic tool to penetrate the will into the magic. The scourge is sulfur, which excites the sluggish nature and controls the animal soul of the natural desires, so they do not conflict with the willed operation. The dagger is mercury and is used to calm the heat by letting the blood to fill the holy cup. We use this to separate us from our appetites and reason. The chain is salt and is worn around the neck to bind wandering thoughts that would interfere. And the holy oil is the aspiration of the magician. It consecrates all that was used within the workings. The wand is chakma, the will, the father, and the cup, the understanding, the mother. The sword is the son, and the pentacle, the daughter. In one system of magic, that saying comes from this. The absolute is called the crowned. The God is the father. The pure soul is called the mother. The holy guardian, the angel, and is called the son. And the natural soul is called the daughter. So the son purifies the daughter by wedding her. And she thus becomes the mother, the cup of understanding. And in uniting with the Father, absorbs all into the crown. And those are concepts of the tree of life. And that is the top stations of the tree of life. And that is where we're trying to go in magic. As above, as below. These two represent the lower stations on that, and these two represent the higher stations. And that is a basic elementary act of occultist magic. The wand is the principal weapon of the magus, and the name of the wand is the magical oath. The will is said to be twofold in Chakma. The will is logos, and that means the word. And the word is said to be the word is the will. Though the Lord of Magic is also the Lord of Speech, and Hermes, the messenger, bears the cadence. So they're very related to magic and the word, and so they're considering that the part of your willed intent is going to come from the words that you use and choose. The word should express will, hence the mystic's name should be the expression of his highest will. There is no power which cannot be pressed into the service of the magical will. It is only the temptation to value that power for itself which offends. Ultimately, the magical will so identifies itself with the magist's whole being that it becomes unconscious and is as this constant force as gravity is. It is said that the real magical will must be toward the highest attainment, and this can never be until the flowering of the magical understanding. The wand must be made to grow in the links as well as its strengths, and in most cases, understanding grows faster than the will, and we forget that which we wanted. And in some cases, understanding never grows beyond a certain point, and the will persists without intelligence. The will is then the active form of understanding, and understanding is linked to the passive side. The will errs actively by opposing itself in the universal will to the universal will. And understanding errs passively when it receives influences from that which is not the ultimate truth. So basically, this shows you how important that the foundation work of the great work is, and will is going to be the dominant factor, because we have to will the magic into existence. And everything to do with the working, it has to be of one focused mind. So it is a focused thoughts and it's the focused will, cutting away everything that is useless to the work itself. This provides the most powerful magic. The more you can harness your will and have it purified by understanding, that keeps you in balance. And when you're in balance, then there is said to be no evil that you would do. So it is always a cross between the wand and the cup. And the cup is said to purify all the workings of the will. So the cup is there to keep the will in balance. However, the will is the focused drive and force to bring the magic in. It is going to be through understanding that it actually manifests. So this is a basic occultist view. This is primarily taken from the works of Aleister Crowley right now. However, this is also his foundation work was in the Golden Dawn and the Thelemic magic, and he went on to do some other occultist groups as well. But by and large, this is the occultist view on how you bring about the most powerful magic and the work that you do leading up to that magic. And so I just thought I would leave you with this. This is just another addition to why the tools become so important, because just upon looking at the tools, once you start understanding all of the symbolism behind them, it's not that you have to actually physically use the tool itself, but you understand what the tool represents, and in representing that, it also lets you know, it puts your mind right where you need to go and what falls in line with each tool. It is a system of correspondences, and you are trying to link those correspondences to our active planes, to the passive planes of where you're bringing down the energy from. So that is all I have for you today. I hope everyone has a blessed Sunday, and merry part.